this one. You can't forget about it.
I feel like I can take on whatever the league throws at me.
Before we go any further, just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. 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 Everything.
All right, Charlotte went back-to-back, and they went with the Gators and then to the Seminoles. First, Scotty Lewis from Florida with the 56th pick, and then they followed it with Balsa Kopovica. A quick note on him, Jay.
A big guy that has really improved his mobility and improved his offense, stretching it out a little bit.
They may deal him to the Pistons.
We have a completed trade to announce. The Oklahoma City Thunder trade the draft rights to Alperen Şengün, the 16th pick, to the Houston Rockets for 2 future first-round picks. With the 58th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Jericho Sims from the University of Texas.
I mean, what's been taking so long, right? We're talking about the most athletic big in the draft. Look at it. Stuck his forehead in the rim. Have you ever seen that, Jay Billis?
Yeah, I've seen him. I've done it.
What about you, Reese? I mean, he's a freak of nature, super athletic. Look, a shot blocker. I think he has the body frame of the Dwight Howard. He plays with force. He could play right now as a backup center. I'm just trying to understand how he went number 58.
So Jericho Sims going to the Knicks. Bobby Marks, what do you think about the approach that the Knicks have taken tonight?
Well, Reese, I think it's been calculated. I think when you look at in the first round, trading out 19 to Charlotte, they moved back from 21 to 25 to take Quentin Grimes. But what we're going to see in New York is it's all about the offseason here as far as free agency. Potentially to have $50 million in cap space, they are sitting in the pole position, them and San Antonio, to go out and reshape this roster here. Derrick Rose is a free agent. Reggie Bullock's a free agent. They've got some big decisions as far as, is this going to be a retooling? Are we still rebuilding? I think a lot of people in New York are looking for them to take that next step. I think you got to be cautious here. I think they're still a playoff team, but I don't think we're ready to pencil them in as a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference.
You mentioned cap space. How many teams are actually going to wind up with that? Right?
Yeah, this is going to be a cold free agent market. There is only 4 teams that we are projecting to have cap space. And as you can see, 2017, we had 15. Last year, there was 4, and again, 4. The reason why is because of COVID. The salary cap is only going up 3% from 109 to 112. So you're looking at New York, San Antonio. We saw Charlotte make the Mason Plumlee trade. They took him back with cap space. Potentially a team like Oklahoma City. But there's going to be teams like Dallas and Chicago. They're going to have to make some tough decisions. Potentially Tim Hardaway Jr. with the Mavericks here. So I'm going to see a lot of sign and trades this offseason, but from a free agency cap standpoint, it's going to be slow.
You see how many of those buyers are able to make significant improvements to their roster. This is something our producer, Brian Boyle, enjoys when I say, here's the penultimate pick of the night.
We have a completed trade to announce. The New York Knicks trade the draft rights to Keon Johnson, the 21st pick, to the LA Clippers for the draft rights to Quentin Grimes, the 25th pick, and a future second-round pick. With the 59th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Raekwon Gray from Florida State University.
Raekwon Gray, a big, versatile guy, good passer, good ball handler for a man his size and strength.
Yeah, just a bull of a basketball player, but very skilled. Early in the season, a lot of people were comparing him and the way he played to a kind of a Draymond Green type. And, you know, he came out, he tested, and his body fat was way high, and that I think that scared a lot of people off. But he's very skilled. He can step out and hit a three. He's not a great three-point shooter, but handles the ball, a very good passer, and a solid defender and rebounder.
Well, you know, my body fat was pretty high when I came out as well. It scared a lot of people off. Once you show them you can work and get it down, you'll be okay.
Charles Barkley's too. I mean, here you go. Leaned up in a period of time. That's happened. Guys know how to carry it from time to time. So we get ready for this last pick. This last pick that belongs to the Indiana Pacers. Big picture, Billis, as you look at this draft night, who's done the best job? What's your overall impression from the draft so far?
Well, I mean, Houston, I think, did a really good job with what they did at number 2 and then getting the picks they got later on. Oklahoma City, But, at the end of the day, Detroit, I still think, was the biggest winner because they came out with Cade Cunningham. They got some other things, too, but getting Cade Cunningham was the big prize in this draft, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think Detroit was the biggest winner. They moved up like the Jeffersons, in my opinion, in the draft. And, I thought, drafting Cade was the first step, but all the draft picks that they had in between, all the way late to the second round, with my guy, Big Zarza from Big Iowa, that's
Garza, yeah.
Luka Garza,
you know what it is. My sleep.
You're too young to have actually watched the Jeffersons.
No, I'm not.
Reese and I watched that.
See, you got to understand, I got an old soul.
I like what Charlotte did, and they kind of backed into it with James Bouknight falling, but I had him as a fringe top 5 guy. So then you draft a 3-level dynamic scorer like that, and then you go get a pick to get Kai Jones, maybe the best rim runner I've ever seen. I mean, unbelievable the way he moves. So then you give LaMelo Ball a guy who can run the floor like that, and then you give, LaMelo a shot creator like Bouknight. I mean, I think the future is really bright in Charlotte.
Also, Magic with the 2 lottery picks taking Jalen Suggs. They didn't anticipate that he would be there. They got Franz Wagner from Michigan as well. What about with all the picks that Oklahoma City had coming in? What do you think of what they've done tonight?
I mean, they got picks to all the way up to 2099. Yeah. So they're going to be going through this draft, right? But, one thing I can say, Sam Presti is going to do his homework. He always have a great crew around him. He's a very intelligent guy. But I will say this, we cannot sleep on what Memphis did in this draft as well.
Memphis, New Orleans trying to make sure that Zion Williamson believes that they can win long-term there. The trade that Memphis and New Orleans made with each other, perhaps trying to put those types of things together. And now you have Indiana, who took Chris Duarte in the first round in the lottery, 13th, and then Sandro Mamukelashvili out of Seton Hall with the 54th overall pick, and now the Pacers will go 60th. And we'll see who the final pick of the night is in the NBA draft.
Before I announce tonight's final pick, I want to congratulate all these young men and their families. Thank you to ABC, to ESPN, and our partners around the world for your continued support. And thank you to all the NBA fans who joined us. We look forward to tipping off our 75th anniversary on October 19th. With the 60th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Yorgos Kalaitzakis from Heraklion, Greece. Have a great night, everyone.
What did he just
Woo! What about that one, Perk?
well, hold on. You said it, then I'm going to repeat it. Go ahead.
Yorgos Kalaitzakis. He's got a twin brother as well.
Yorgos Kalaitzakis.
Yeah, rolls off the tongue. 6'6", long arms, wing, can handle the ball a little bit, downhill driver, very versatile. Was kind of a hot name a couple years ago. A little bit of a surprise here, but has a lot of talent.
How much do you have to squint before he's Jokic?
He's got no Jokic. He's got to have 10 beers before he's Jokic.
But Mike, with a name like that, it's still pretty high.
And that brings us to the end of the 2021 NBA Draft. Only 7 seniors selected in this draft. That's the fewest in a single draft in the Common Draft era, which started in 1966. But there are guys who are poised to be
my
the
boy
future of the
Moses
league.
Moody.
That's it.
Moody. Yeah.
Big dude. Give me a little Moses Moody shout out for the night. We've had a lot of fun for all of our crew here and the guys behind the scenes. Thanks for joining us tonight in the NBA Draft. Sports Center is coming up right now.
This is Sports